Hi guys, I find myself with just a few minutes spare before I pick up my kids from school. So should we do a flick of the book to see what's going on? So I've got the old essential skills here and I've got the new one. So information is awesome, love these books, but let's just flip a coin to see which one we're going to use. So heads for the old book, tails for the new one. Let's see. So heads for the old one, tails. Right, we're going for the new one. We're going for the new one. This book is absolutely gorgeous, yeah. I'm not affiliated with it in any way, but it's flipping amazing. If you want to be a brilliant driver, buy this book. Now, I've used it so many times that it is broken. If you follow this channel, yeah, it has broken, so I need to get it fixed. But what we need to do is just pick a section. I'm going to go with this bit here, I think, because otherwise it will always be on the same thing. Right, information gather. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So we're going to be learning about lines in the road on this video. Okay, let's just see what it says. Double white lines. Okay. So lines along the road. So we're going to be talking about double white lines on the road. I have actually made a whole video about this, but because we're just information gathering, we'll do it. Double white lines have rules for overtaking and parking. So overtaking, when the line nearest to you is continuous, you must not cross or straddle it except when the road is clear and you want to 1. Enter or leave a side road or entrance on the opposite side of the road, and this is a picture that is closest, that sort of marks that. You can see how you can cross the double line to get into the side road on that occasion. Pass a stationary vehicle, overtake a pedal bike, horse or road maintenance vehicle if they're travelling at 10 miles an hour or less. If there is not room to leave enough space when passing, you should wait for a safe opportunity, try not to squeeze past. If there is a broken white line on your side and a continuous white line on the other side, you may cross both lines to overtake as long as it's safe to do so. Make sure you can complete the manoeuvre before reaching a solid line on your side. Right, let's talk about that. Okay, so this blue car here has got a dotted line next to him. Okay, so this blue car is allowed to overtake if it's safe to do so. If it's safe, oh, I'm never going to know. Oh, it's got a number on it, hasn't it? If it's safe to do so and he can see and it's okay, right? So the dotted line means he can overtake. The other side, though, has the solid line in the road, okay? So they won't be able to overtake unless they are turning across it into their own house or something like that, okay? So they can cross it to turn into a business or a house or something, if it was there. Or the solid line, they can overtake a parked car, because let's face it, you're not going to just stop behind it and go, oh, there's a parked car, I'll stay here for the rest of my life. So obviously you're going to overtake a parked car, but you're going to have to be very, very, very cautious and very, very careful, because obviously the line means no overtaking unless you've got like specific things going on, yeah? This line also, I just saw somebody I know, sorry. This line also, you can overtake things that are less than 10 miles an hour. So the solid line means no overtaking unless it's less than 10 miles an hour. So that's going to be a horse, someone, a vehicle cutting a tree, a maintenance vehicle, a bike going less than 10 miles an hour. Yeah? So you can overtake things that are less than 10, or if it's an emergency like a parked car or some other kind of emergency, or if you're turning into a business or a house, you can cross those lines. Only under those circumstances, yeah? I've made a whole video about this, yeah? So if you need to go and find it, there's a whole video about it. Whilst we're here, let's just talk about these lines as well for a minute. This one's got a dotted border with the hatches in between. That pretty much means like you don't use it as standard, right? But if it's got a dotted border, then it means use if necessary, okay? So if you are needing to overtake something, then yeah, all right then. It's got a dotted border. If it's safe to do so and it looks nice and clear, then yeah, all right then, you can do it, yeah. If you're turning right into a business or your house or whatever, yeah, you can go on there, yeah, and then people could undertake you on the left while you're giving way to oncoming people. Yeah, that's okay. You can even use it as an overflow sort of area. So let me just get this other book for a second. So basically, if you're turning right, so yeah, if you were like coming down here and you've got the dotted border there, and you wanted to turn right into the side road, you'd go mirror signal, and then if it was completely clear, you'd go mirror signal and you'd just come down into the nice clear bit and give way. Sorry if you'd give way to the oncoming people and then you'd turn, yeah. But if there was shed loads of people already in there, then it's got a dotted border. So you just start queuing on here. So I call it the overflow car park. If there's loads of people already in it, then all right, then just start queuing on there. But if there wasn't anyone in here, that would be weird. Like, why would you go on it? It's not like necessary, yeah? So you wouldn't just use it as standard, but if it's necessary and you like kind of have to, then all right then, you know, it's got a dotted border. But if it had a solid border, needs to be an emergency. There has to be an emergency for you to do that. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, so like if it was solid like this, it doesn't matter that it's a chicane. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the same. It doesn't really matter about the contents. If it's got a solid border, then it would have to be an emergency for you to enter it. Yeah, this is actually quite a nice page, isn't it? Double white lines have rules for parking. Yeah, double white lines, returning back to this book. Yeah, you're not allowed to just randomly park when you've got no overtaking lines. It would be really dangerous. Like, there's no overtaking lines because it's really dangerous. It's like probably a really bendy road. So you can't just like pull up and park because you're going to put people at serious, serious risk. Poor people. You know? So yeah, you're not going to be wanting to park there. It says here, yeah, I'll just quickly zoom into that. Parking must not, it's like written in massive writing. Parking, you must not stop or park on a road marked with double white lines, even if one of the lines is broken, except to pick up or drop off passengers or to load or unload goods. Yeah, have I missed anything? Arrows on the road indicate the direction that you should pass the double white lines or hatch markings. Do not begin to overtake when you see them. Yeah, it's just that one. It's basically like just like finish your overtake, basically. Just get back in. You can see there. It's like get your overtake finished because soon you're not allowed to. So it's like finish up. You're gonna have a solid line in a minute. So finish up your overtake. Yeah. Hatch markings, there are dangerous areas where it's necessary to separate the streams of traffic completely, such as sharp bends or humps, or where the traffic turning right needs protection. Yeah, which is what I showed you before. It basically protects all the traffic from turning right, that one, yeah? So if you're in there turning right, people can undertake you and pass you, and it keeps you safer when you're turning right, and also doesn't annoy people because you're out of the way, right? Because they can undertake you and get on with their lives, yeah? These areas are painted with white chevrons or diagonal stripes, which is what I said earlier. It doesn't matter about the contents. It matters about whether the line is dotted or solid. Solid has to be an emergency. Dotted, don't use it as standard, but if necessary. And the tarmac areas between them may also be different colours, for example, red. Yeah, sometimes when they put a red tarmac in between, people are like, I don't know what the colour means, though. But it doesn't mean anything, right? People get worried about it, so they don't use it. But if it's got a dotted border, use it if necessary, like, you know, if you absolutely have to. In addition, it's not the colour, it's the markings. In addition, remember, where the boundary line is solid, do not enter except in an emergency. Where the boundary line is broken, you should not drive on the markings unless you can see that it's safe to do so. So yeah, like not a standard, but if you need to. Single broken lines, watch out for places where the single broken line down the centre of the road gets longer. This means there's a hazard ahead. I've made so many videos about that. If you follow this channel, you know that if the line in the centre of the road is like just like a little tiny sort of almost like a dot, not quite, but almost like a dot, it's like less hazards. And then if the line becomes long, it's like hazard coming. Maybe there's turns, maybe there's a bend, or maybe something like that. Short broken lines, which are the line dividers. Short broken lines are used on wide carriageways to divide them into lanes. You should keep between them unless you're changing lanes, overtaking or turning right. So just to finish up, because I've got to get going, that's just it's just literally talking about a single dotted line. It's like that. I'm running out of time. Is that the right one to show you? No, it's not. But it looks like that. I gotta go. Okay, it's not quite right. Oh, there it is. Brilliant. There you go. So which one have they put as the hazard line? There you go. The hazard warning line is like loads longer than the lane line. Various lane markings are used. As a general rule, remember, the more emphatic the markings, the greater the hazard. So the longer the line, basically, the more that there's hazards coming up. Okay. Anyway, that turned into quite a lot more detail than I thought. I better go. I've got to go. See you later.